Hi guys, how you doing? My name is Crystal. Welcome to my YouTube channel. The time is just past 8 in the morning. Good morning everybody. I hope you all have a wonderful day today. The sun is back out here in Rochester. Yesterday it was like overcast and it was a bit cold, especially in the evening. It's a bit cold. So the weather is a bit better than it was yesterday. That's great. My mother is now ringing the phone at just gone 8:10. I'm not answering the phone because the phone will terminate the video. If I answer the phone while I'm recording, the recording will stop. So I'm carrying on talking. Just made myself a cup of coffee and got up this morning and fed my pets, brushed my hair, washed my face, you know, the little bits you do when you get up first thing in the morning, and I'm just trying to relax. I do feel I'm being harassed and pestered, and I will tell you what I've done on TikTok. My mum is now ringing me first thing in the morning because there's been no, I'm not angry, am I? I'm not angry, I'm not upset, I haven't done anything bad or wrong. So the harassment continues. I told you yesterday the doctors are refusing to give me a letter to help me move out of this flat, which is fair enough. I'll just keep bidding on properties when I can. They just want to manipulate me, cause me grief. In some circumstances I believe they are trying to harm me, but I will continue to broadcast my YouTube videos where and when I can. As you know, sometimes when you're a targeted individual like myself, it's impossible when you're being thrown obstacles at all angles to keep carrying on sometimes. But I will endeavour to try and keep carrying on. There is obviously some underhand, something sinister going on where I am not allowed to be myself, where I'm, you know, I don't know what the hell they're doing. They're absolutely crazy and nuts. They don't control me. I will not be manipulated. The stupid things that piss me off, even going back 6 months ago, don't piss me off anymore. I've learnt from celebrities and podcasts and things like that how to just, you know, stand still, breathe, take a break, and somebody's stupid words can't hurt you. You know? They're childish rubbish, and that's what it is. Won't stop me. Right? So, I started live streaming on TikTok. At first it was okay, like everything else, it's fine. People were being nice. We were having some nice chats. I was showing people bits and pieces in my life and everything was okay. Then you start to get trolled, what people say called trolling, people coming in as stupid names, monsters with teeth, which is absolutely childish. I've never known so many childish people in my life. The first jibe hurt, as it always does, you know, the first cut hurts the deepest. And then you start to think, right, this is silly, this is stupid. And I carried on live streaming. and I got a usual time that I wanted to broadcast, and I got a nice audience, and I was listening to relaxing music. And then yes, when I went up to my mum's after I did a live stream, I just had enough. My mother's neighbours were acting towards my mother like she was me. Mary came up to my mum and went, "You are beautiful, Jennifer. You know you are beautiful," to my mum. And this is what I get in my live streams, and I get in my message box in TikTok. "Hello, beautiful. You are beautiful." Now, her neighbours were talking to my mother like she was me. Which I'm not, you know, they're her neighbours. My neighbours don't talk to me. I don't have a relationship with my neighbours. They're not acquaintances. They're not friends. They don't come into my flat. They don't send me birthday cards. So I don't talk to my neighbours. And I certainly haven't got a neighbour called Mary. My dentist was called Mary Ramzani. The first dentist that I had when I was down here was Mary Ramzani out of the Chatham Dental Surgery, and she fucked my teeth up. She did 6 root canals that weren't root canals. Okay, so the only Mary that I know is Mary Ramzani of the Chatham Dental Surgery, and her assistant Mohammed. So when I went round to my mum's, I did a live stream because I want people to see my mum. She's my mum. I'm not always on my own. It was only tiny, you know. I was giving my mum a birthday card and a perfume, so everybody saw my mum, right? And my mum is elderly. She's 79. And I don't know what anybody else's mother looks like at 79, but you get old, you get wrinkled, you lose your hearing, you lose your eyesight, your skin sags, you get liver spots because you're old. So, you know, your mum, you know, unless you've had extensive plastic surgery, like the likes of Dolly Parton, you know, in the future, young people won't know what old is, because everybody will probably be plastic or look like a robot. But my goodness, if my mum's ugly, right, my mum is elderly. So you start to get these people in foreign countries calling my mother ugly. Mum's ugh. Coming into my TikTok with names like Mum's Ugh. It's not British people, it's foreigners. Like these accounts from Nigeria. Right? I'm not having it. You get blocked, you get deleted, and you get removed from my TikTok. It's as simple as that. My mum's elderly, right? I don't know what your mother looks like or what she's going to look like when she's 79, but don't take the piss out of my mum. Okay. So when I came home from my mum's, when I got up the following day, I did a live stream, and the atmosphere was totally different because my viewers had seen my mother. So in comes Wiggy. I don't know if it's my mum's neighbours doing it. In comes Wiggy, right? Wiggy. I'd had someone come into my channel with Noddy, and my mum's neighbour Sue had a haircut and she looked like Noddy. I told my mum, I said she looks like Noddy. And a Noddy was coming into my live stream, right? Perhaps some of my mother's neighbours aren't very well. Perhaps they're not. If someone that's a nutter, or more than one of them. So the live stream yesterday wasn't so nice. It was horrible. Didn't like it. Didn't like the atmosphere. I didn't like the comments people were saying, and I started to have enough. And then somebody texted me yesterday and sent me a picture of a red car and said they were going to have it washed, and I don't have a car, and it had a similar number plate to his upstairs. It did. I'm just being truthful. I don't drive. And this guy was okay. I met him on live stream on TikTok. He's okay, but I've just had enough. I don't believe people are genuine. I don't think they're genuine people. I don't know who they are, but they're not genuine. So I've blocked everybody. I don't want to speak to people on WhatsApp. It's not personal. I'm tired of trolls. I'm tired of idiots. My mum is elderly. If she's ugly, that's your opinion, but don't fucking talk to me about it, okay? Can piss right off. Childish. A lot of it's coming from foreign people in places like Nigeria. They've got no manners. They're very rude. So I've decided to stop live streaming for a while until that trash has gone. The trash that's following me about has disappeared. They started coming into my personal TikToks and making stupid comments, and when I looked at their profile, all their videos were of dogs. Dogs. Nothing else. No videos of them, just dogs. Right, so I blocked them. They're fake, and they want all information out of you. Where you going, what you're doing, and they're not genuine. It's a fake profile. So I've stopped comments on my TikTok. You can't comment. You can't talk to me privately. And I'll keep that going for a while until the trash is gone. So you punish yourself. You ain't punishing me. I don't want to speak to you anyway. You're the ones that contact me with your bollocks. I'm not dating. I'm not looking for anybody. I'm quite happy on my own. I'm independent. I've got more power on my own than with some narcissistic twat telling me what to do. So you carry on trying to contact me in various ways, shapes and forms. I won't contact the police. You'll just get blocked and removed out of my life. And it's far more easier than contacting stupid police that don't even come out and do anything. And as for the receptionist or whatever that spoke to me yesterday at my doctor's surgery, I'm not your darling, and I never will be. And as for the woman that spilled off a speech about rubbish, I've made a complaint. If I don't get a satisfactory answer, I'll take it to the ombudsman and change my doctor's surgery. Simple. That's that bit sorted. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. On this day in 1929, the very first Academy Awards ceremony took place. Tickets cost $5, 270 guests attended, and the entire ceremony lasted only 15 minutes. Those were the days.
You're telling me. Alexa, what's the time, please?
The time is 8:28 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
Today is Friday the 16th of May.
Alexa, what's the weather outlook?
Right now in Rochester, it's 11 degrees Celsius with clear skies and sun. Today's forecast has mostly sunny weather, with a high of 20 degrees and a low of 8 degrees.
Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
Why did the duvet get arrested? Because it looked quilty.
And Alexa, who was born on this day?
Celebrities born on the 16th of May include Pierce Brosnan, Melanie Lynskey, Megan Fox, IU, and Thomas Brodie Sangster.
Right guys, I'm not lying. My benefit has been stopped. My rent is not being paid. And I will find out what benefits I am getting on a Sunday. A Sunday, would you believe? They're going to write to me on a Sunday and tell me what my benefits is, and I should get some money in my bank by the end of next week. So another week without any money going into my bank account, another week of bullying and harassment, which I just block people and won't speak to them. As for going outside and people being rude to me, I don't want to speak to people anyway. I don't. And people get into the camera, they put their face into it, and then they complain that they're in it. They get in the way, they do stupid things. Yesterday, I turned the camera away from 2 women. 2? If someone comes round the corner and they're in the path of my camera, I don't really mean to get them in. Now those 2 young ladies and the one that moaned at me, they were giggling. So they knew exactly what they was doing. Now, I'll turn the camera away as far as I can, but I can't always do it. It is a public place. If you go outside, there's cameras all over the place. There's CCTV. And it's there for a reason, to protect people's safety. Right? I can't go into the co-op and say, take your CCTV down. They refuse. It's to stop crime, prevent people committing crime. And the reason I'm holding a camera is because I've been approached by several unsavoury men, lying to my face, and if they come up to me again, they're caught on camera. That's all it is. I was told somebody was going to be my chaperone, right? Look after me, accompany me round the field, and he started, being an octopus with his hands. And he wasn't exactly good looking either. He's a dirty old man. It's for my safety, guys, because the police are fucking useless. If the police, right, told this bloke to fucking leave me alone, or they'd done something, I wouldn't have to go outside with the camera every day. Would I? So us women have to be strong and look after ourselves. And they wonder why, you attack back and defend yourself when there's no support with the police at all. The police told me they was going to get social services involved. Social services never got involved. My son tries to help and get social services to help me, and they don't fucking help at all. I'm told I'm fucking mental, yet I'm getting no support, which is a joke. It's an absolute fucking joke, isn't it, guys? When people are going around saying that you're this and that, but there's no evidence of it. They're mental. They're absolute lunatics. Going outside, hugging in front of me. Women kissing each other and hugging in front of me. People canoodling on benches like they're almost having you-know-what. And this is what gang stalkers do. They use sex as a weapon. But I'm a middle-aged woman. I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less what they do. They can fucking take their clothes off. It'll make me laugh. Doesn't upset me. I think they're hilarious. Thinking they're better than me and they're better looking and they're this and that. And they just don't look in the mirror for a start, do they? With their plastic faces, their melted makeup. They just don't look and see what other people see. Now, I'm not saying I'm beautiful because I bloody well ain't. I never have been. But I take care of myself. My hair's my own. And they start picking on that. What? Because they're inferior. They feel. There was one woman showing off in front of me, right? And her hair was all matted. It was matted. It looked like it hadn't been washed in 6 months. She was waddling her backside and showing off to her fella. And you know, she had shorts on, but her hair was a terrible state. And I wash my hair. It's clean. It's certainly not matted. Look. Spiteful bitches everywhere I go. And I'm supposed to be hideous. And my fucking... It's just a joke. And you carry on and you keep smiling, but there are days when it gets to you like it did to me yesterday, and you feel, fuck you, I've just had enough. Keeping me in this flat. When I tried to go out on the balcony the other day, the cleaners were speaking on loudspeaker on their phones. People kept coming out and shutting the doors. Coming out, shutting the door. Coming out, shutting the door. Making a load of noise to try and put off live streaming. What are they all hiding? What is wrong with them? Alexa, LBC Radio.
LBC London from Global Player.
Get more from your smart speaker by linking to your Global Player account. You'll then be able to catch up on your favourite shows on your smart speaker. Just say, ask Global Player to link my account.
And zero is to be achieved. Vision Zero, the long-term hope for the elimination of road deaths and serious injuries, which is marvellous. But let's be realistic, and that is fantastic, and let's strive for that. Let's absolutely go for that. But with the number of cars that are on the road, the number of people that are on pedestrians, and I wish no one any harm, it's not really going to happen, is it? We're getting close to, instead of actually sitting, if you were to push your car along the road, that would definitely stop injuries. Why don't we suggest that? Nicholas Lees is Director of Policy and Standards at IAM RoadSmart and joins me now. I know you and we both want safety on our roads for our families and our loved ones, but 10 miles an hour, where are you on that? Morning.
Morning, Nick. It's not something that we would support. I think there are three issues here. Firstly, I guess we have to start seeing compliance with existing limits get better. Mm-hmm. Secondly, I think the focus should probably be on safer infrastructure. So if you are going to protect vulnerable road users like cyclists and pedestrians, you've got to have good infrastructure, cycle lanes, etc., traffic calming. And I think thirdly, we probably need to start focusing on other things such as driving standards, which I think universally people see are getting a lot worse. So those are the three things that I would focus on personally.
And why aren't they?
Well, I think there is this drive to reduce risk, and
which is a good thing, of course.
Which is a good thing. And look, I get the argument that if you reduce it to 10, you're reducing the risk. But look, if you reduce it to 5 or to 0, you're almost completely eliminating the risk. So at what point do you stop? And I think actually, when you look at the data, Nick, it's not necessarily just about speed; it's about people's reaction times.
Isn't the reality here, Nicholas, that if I'm doing 10, there's every likelihood I'm going to be overtaken by bicycles and a decent jogger?
Well, possibly even a horse and car as well at that speed. But I think we have to have a dose of realism here. There is a fine balance between mobility and safety. We have to protect both of them. Safety is critically important. I say that we are a road safety charity. But for us at the moment, 20 miles an hour, yes, but at what point do you stop? And I think actually what we need to start focusing on are driving standards in totality.
Nicholas Lees, your Director of Policy and Standards at IAM RoadSmart, thank you for that. Danila says, I remember it was the beginning of 2023 when you joked about how there'll be a 10-mile-an-hour speed limit around schools and built-up places. I was driving to Gravesend for work, hence I remember exactly when it was. Well, gosh, well remember that. This comes in from Alf in Halifax. I've just seen a driver go 40 miles an hour in a 20-area school. Guess what? I think he was a teacher. Oh, that's outrageous. Well, right. And I don't for 1 minute think I'm not suggesting that 20 miles an hour outside schools, yes. 20 miles an hour all roads, no. Do you remember when they brought in a default speed limit in Wales, 2022, of 20 miles an hour? It was so unpopular that even the Welsh government realised they couldn't do it. And they're normally fairly single-minded, shall we say. They realised they couldn't take the population with them. It does not work. Penny's in Belvedere. Penny, what do you say to this? Good morning.
Good morning. I'm a bit iffy about it because where I live, which is down near Abbey Wood...
I know where you are. Of course I know where you are.
Yeah. As you approach Abbey Wood station, it's 30 miles an hour. As you go over the bridge, it goes to 20 miles an hour.
God.
Then just a bit further along the road, it's 30 miles an hour. You go up to a roundabout, it's 40 miles an hour. And as you come off the roundabout, it's 50 miles an hour. How many more signs has the poor driver got to watch out for?
Do you think in some... I mean, obviously you know it because you know it well, but if you don't know that, Patch, you're going to spend so much time looking out for those road signs, you could be distracted as a child runs in the road.
Yeah, it's too much for the driver to keep looking. You should be concentrating on the road, and the signs are so small. They are almost the size of a dinner plate.
Yeah, they are. They are, yeah, exactly. They are the size of a dinner plate. So let me ask you this. I'm absolutely with you. It's nonsense. 10 miles an hour outside a school.
Yeah, I can understand it.
But you know if you give them the schools, they'll do all the roads, just as they did with 20. You know that, don't you, Penny?
Exactly. And why are they doing away with the crossing man as well at a lot of schools?
Are they?
Yeah.
Right. Well, I didn't know that.
I'm sure I'm right in saying that. I hope that's not false information, but that's what I've heard.
All right, don't worry. I wouldn't worry about false information. I've made a career out of it, really. I've done okay. Penny, safe driving in Belvedere. Martin, let's ban pedestrians from crossing the road. That'll eliminate road deaths. And there's just a hint of sarcasm there. Craig says, I think I'll get off and buy a donkey. Save the planet. Make me a saint. You are right, Penny. Thank you. My colleague moving very quickly. Lollipop men and women to get the chop as councils cut the vital service. This was revealed, I think, was it the Daily Mirror, being cut by 50% in 10 years. Oh, gosh, in Nottinghamshire, every patrol has been axed. Councils employed 1,253 school patrols, and down and down. And this is across much of the country. So, Penny, you're on the money with the lollipop ladies, and men and ladies. Hugo in Romford. Hugo, 10 miles an hour. What would you make of that? Good morning.
Good morning. 10 mile an hour speed limit, I mean, that's like, it's not driving, it's glorified idling. I mean, I've seen toddlers twice move faster. What's next? Issuing speed tickets to joggers?
Well, OK, I'm going to play the role of a safety campaigner. By the way, I'm on your page here, but what are you talking about, Hugo? It will dramatically cut the number of deaths and serious injuries, or KSIs, killed or seriously injured. Why wouldn't you want to do that?
OK, fine. So I'm going to respond with a statement. It's better to be young, wealthy and healthy than old, poor and sick.
Sorry?
Obviously, right?
Well, what are you talking about then? We need to cull people when they get to middle age or something.
No, I'm explaining what I just said. What I just said is, it's a very obvious fact. It's better to be young, healthy and wealthy than old, sick and poor. Obviously, but the world isn't perfect. If you're going to try to avoid...
you're getting at. I see.
If you're going to always avoid it, where's the limit? You're going to just make everyone stay at home all day because nothing's going to happen. I mean, I guess people also choke on their food at home, so maybe ban eating. People in martial arts...
I've got you now. Yeah. No, people sometimes fall down the stairs, so no one is to go upstairs anymore. No, I get it. I see the point. Yeah, I've got it. Actually, that's a very clever point. Sorry, Hugo, I was a bit stupid getting my head around it. Thanks for your input. 8:41. Richard, I cycle to work 2 or 3 days a week. The fastest I've ridden is 14.5 miles an hour. 10 mile an hour speed limit for cars is crazy. Yeah, you're right. I sometimes get one of those, am I allowed to say Lime bikes? Well, I have now. Oh, Forest, there's one of those. There's two. There's many others out there. An electric bike, with my weight behind it, if I'm going downhill, I would be overtaking every single car. Christine in Ilford. Christine, what can you tell me?